this tour, the Love Ran Red tour out with Chris Tomlin for spring and fall of 2015, we're doing somewhere in the neighborhood of probably 70 cities, I think. And I decided to lose the C3, the big organ. And I've got the Roland A-500 controller, which was doing all the tracks and second key stuff. Since the V-Piano came out, and I got my hands on it, a friend of mine showed it to me, it's been my keyboard ever since. So now we have two of them out here on the road with us, and in case one of them goes down. But man, we've been knocking the V-Piano around now for a lot of years, and you can see it looks amazing. It's held up, and my guys are great, but they're not all that gentle. This thing's been amazing. So this guy's the master controller, and it hits main stage. I mean, as you know, the V-Piano only has piano sounds, but the piano sounds are the best. At least once a week, somebody comes up to me and says, hey, talk to me about the soft, I see some computers up there, talk to me about the soft synths you're using, what piano soft synth are you using? And it's pretty cool each night to be able to tell them, no, that's the V-Piano, man. It's all the pianos you hear tonight are straight out of that. There's nothing like it. And I know Chris has probably chatted you guys up about it. On the last tour, he got to play one of these out front on the thrust and spoiled him. He won't touch anything else now. So like today in the dressing room, he's got a big V-Piano going to town, you know, on a writing session. But yeah, so this is the guy, and it hits main stage as well. And so there's sometimes where, like, let's see if this guy's on. Yeah, like right now, for instance, I've got a piano happening with a pad out of main stage, which is kind of par for the course for Chris's stuff. And then this guy's able to dial up all kinds of backing noise and ethereal stuff, so we can filter pads down and man, that's that new vertical piano you guys released with the new version of this V-Piano. I love this thing. So inspiring, man. When I'm thinking about what I'm gonna bring out on each tour, and this has been the go-to system for the last few years, quite literally because I can't beat it. Like for me, it's playability. It's something that what I put into this piano, it gives back to me. It feels like a real piano. I called it a piano. What I put into this keyboard, it gives back to me. Feels real, feels organic and alive. And I don't get that from anything else. And with a night like Chris's, his concerts, it's very much about emotion. It's leading worship is very much about us creating a space for people to worship. And if every now and then we'll get stuck in Timbuktu and I can't get a hold of the V-Piano or the RD-800 now, I think. If I can't get a hold of one of those, it's a different vibe, man. I'm having to think more. Everything that I'm thinking about is not coming out. So for me, it's about I found an instrument that feels like home. Okay, all right. Now we're feeling good. And it's super simplistic, you know, 4 buttons on the front of this thing. And I'm not a big-time techie guy. I mean, this looks like a lot going on up here, but There's not a ton of faders, and I've got filters and stuff, but it's nothing too dialed in. So for me, it's about getting to things easy, because Chris will change stuff on the fly, and we'll head a different direction. And so I have to be able to move with those kind of things. We use this piano a lot on the record, so that's kind of easy, because the piano sounds, you know, maybe run it through some different verbs and delays and stuff, but the meat of it is already there. So that makes it nice. But yeah, I have to think about being able to control a sampler and having the buttons available to do that, to trigger stuff live. Quite a bit of his stuff has samples bouncing around in it, and yeah. So for the last 3 or 4 years, this has been home for me. This has been what's super comfortable and lets me not have to worry about the technology. Lets me actually get to perform. Everybody has their thing, and for me, this is it.